Alright, so one rule of thumb I always kind of go by is if it looks good here using flat, it will look good or amazing in the preview window here, and or using any kind of game engine, because that way you can actually see the details without it being rendered. Now, in order to do stuff like that, well, it really helps to have a program called ZAppLink. The problem is ZAppLink for 3.12b is not out yet, so we won't be able to do such things. We can get close though, and that's what I want to kind of touch base on now. So right now, you can see that this makes very little sense. I mean, really, you know, it looks like two tubes coming off it. Okay, so we're going to try to fix some of this stuff. I already like this noise ratio that's appearing on him. That's fine. It's probably from the mask though. Nope. I'll undo that. And don't forget, when you undo something, the mask is still there. You just don't see it. Okay, so what I want to do here is go back into shaded. Okay. And I want to kind of burn in some of the detailed shadows here. So I'm going to need some kind of, let's say skin tone in here before I do that. Now, usually what I'll do is just kind of throw some kind of noise ratio in this area. And that's it. And then I'll put some shadows over the top. So the noise ratio is already there. The problem is it's the wrong color. Turn this down just a little bit. And you can see him starting to get some life into him. So what I did here is put the RGB value at like 36%. That way I can tone it up. You know, it's not all going in there at once. I can just put a hue of a skin tone in rather than the whole skin tone. Alright, another thing that would be nice is using some of the shaders that are in here. Okay, so let's see how that would work. I have a matte cap material here, a skin tone, and if I went in here and color fill object with just the material, I would get a more realistic tone. The problem is this is just an illusion. Remember, it's just the material. It's not really the actual texture on here. So to transfer a material over to texture, again, ZAppLink would be nice, but let's go into Projection Master and do shaded and material and a fade. And drop now. Okay. And then a Projection Master pick up now. Okay, there's that one side. Now I want to do that to the back too. A nice thing about this pose that he's in, it's a very easy pose to be able to do this. So keep in mind, you know, when you model stuff and you want to do some techniques like this is a very nice pose to be able to burn in material. Alright, so there we go. Now, if I look at him, let's say I look at it this way. I change the material out. I do a fast shader, and then I go to material, fill object with a plain material, and then you can already see the nice shadows that are appearing in here, right? And let's kind of look at it this way. Ta-da! Yeah. See, so some of the shadows are actually baked in here. It needs the right tone. That means when I be able to go over here and assign him some UVs that actually make sense. Okay, then go down to UVs. Do a nice 2048 A view tile. And go back up. In the next video, texture over because I'm running out of time.